Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. So just a couple of words about Celtra, because I've heard from some of you who've never heard of Celtra. So Celtra is the creative platform for digital brand advertising used in a mobile-first world, but across screens. And we've partnered with Digiday for this research to kind of take the bird's eye view of what's happening. What do we see? The research spanned across about 400 stakeholders in the industry, from anywhere from the publisher side to the vendor side to the advertiser side and the media agencies, of course. So kind of nice variety of respondents. And we surveyed across to see what's happening, what's going on, what people are looking and what's bothering them, etc. So some of the findings to share with you today. Message creative is becoming more important in display advertising. This sounds almost as if I'm stating the obvious, but when we think about the past 2 or 3 years when media was automated by the rise of trading desks, the DSPs, the SSPs, and such, it almost seemed that creative took the back seat and became some sort of an afterthought for display advertising. What we see now is actually a lot of marketers, a lot of advertisers, and the agencies are looking to kind of bring it back. Just under 80% reported that creative and the medium are equally important when they plan campaigns and they plan their display ad efforts. We see planning for bigger budgets going on to creative resources and creative tools coming 2015. This is just to share an example of, now playing. Okay, we'll see. I hope it will work later. I don't know why it's not working. Let's see, try that. Okay, now it's working. So that's an example by Burberry, a display, expandable banner with some nice device-specific interactivity to it. So once a user expands this ad, they can actually nicely browse through this Burberry collection and experience the variety of colors which are really inherited in this collection, a big part of it, using some sort of device-specific gestures. So this is just one example of what we do day in and day out at Celtra. So really engaging kind of interactivity journey to explore more and get more exposure to the branding experience, which of course with some sort of a direct component to it going into the local store finder, for example, for this case. Second finding is that display is being used for a variety of marketing objectives. So what we see is really span across anything from building brand awareness to driving traffic to site or an app for mid-funnel kind of content engagement, and all the way to lead generation and actually to customer acquisition. For about 30% of the respondent, brand advertising takes up to between 40 and 60% of the entire display or digital display budget. Just to share some examples around that. So this first one by Marc Jacobs fragrance, what you can see here is, again, a really nice intro that is really well supporting the brand, and then some sort of a combination into a social sharing component that take that campaign effort to the next level of integrating into the other media platform. This one by Lego, Ultra Agent Team, let the user explore the world of Ultra Agent, able to engage further with this, with the world, with the characters, with the experience, but with a direct notion to it, right? With a download the app right there in the ad itself as well. So this goes on and on pretty deep, actually. And again, we can't really share any numbers here, but we've been seeing nice numbers coming out for the engagement of this space. The next finding is about format. So we found out that advertisers, marketers are looking for new formats to support those various of objectives with display advertising. With those formats, they're looking for achieving better user experience or better customer experience for those formats, of course, with scale, with ease and quality of serving, and a lot have noted the native-like experience. So either real native or native-ish by nature experience, those were the important things for the marketers when looking at new formats. So just to share here one of the examples of the new stuff we are doing, and for us this is really kind of signaling what we call the next generation of display. So going beyond the banner, going beyond the expandable banner, the interscroller format is actually an interstitial that is coming seamlessly inside the browsing experience of the platform or the publisher, and letting you as an advertiser achieve really big canvas for an entire rich media and video experience, but in a really natural access throughout the publisher page. We have a few more of those formats coming now to market. The second part of it was about data, and obviously we all know there is huge desire for data. But what it really signals for us here is the strong interest for the ability to optimize, right? Okay, so we've been all collected data and everybody's collecting this big data, but what do you do with it, right? How is it now serve you better? And what we found is that with advertiser looking at the stack, looking at the tool, the stack of partners around, really standing out the ability to get robust analytics, and with that robust insight from their vendors was one of the most important things for them, along with others. So cross-screen was another big topic. And then, of course, ease of use of product, and then innovative and impactful products. When they asked why optimizing, right? What is the purpose? So what we saw is actually serving the entire span, again, from branding engagement. So basically, how can we increase engagement by optimizing according to our data? And how can we increase conversions by optimizing creative according to our data? So anything from brand awareness to direct response actually can be utilized as part of those optimization or creative optimization efforts. This example, it seems simple, but actually behind the scene there is quite a lot that is happening here. So that is actually a really fresh Audible campaign that goes to market now. What we've created for it is just really simple number of variants. On the button level, you can see that the button here is changing every time with a different call to action, different color, different shape. Pretty simple, but the idea here for us was, how do we bring creative optimization at ease? How do we bring creative optimization in such a way that does not create that whole hassle that defeats, in fact, the optimization effort? And for us, this is our goal when we develop this, the product for this that is used within this Audible campaign. But there is a but, of course. So few roadblocks are still preventing this practice from being as popular as it could be. And what are those roadblocks? So 66% responded on lack of creative resources. By resources, it's mainly about the product. How can they do it in scale? And this is exactly the point I touched on. If you're working on a creative optimization, but in fact, in order to create the variants or get them from the marketer, if you're the agency, or using easy enough to use tool to actually put it in there and then optimize and then serve and then analyze, and all of that is not simple enough to do, then that is a challenge. And then the human resources, the teams. How do you bring creative and media together in order to really incorporate the creative optimization as part of that effort? And this has been, for some time, a challenge, especially with the bigger agencies and their partners, their creative partners, to really think up front about what would be the media objectives here together with the creative objectives here, and how can we optimize both from the get-go. So this must be corrected before optimization can, or creative optimization can fully enter the mainstream. But a lot of advertisers are doing that, and more are looking to do that more. For us at Celtra, the 2015 resolution is really around that. In addition to developing and constantly developing future of display ad formats, we are now releasing our creative relevancy product and our dynamic creative optimization product to run across screen with ease. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we will be taking a break. For the first 20 minutes,